Okay, today we're going to talk about doing preliminary keyword research, and this is meant as kind of a basic introduction to keyword research and SEO. I think keyword research is a good place to start because it's really one of the first things you need to consider and really one of the first steps you take into optimizing your website. And question number one that you need to ask yourself is, how do people search for my product? And that includes there's a lot of issues behind that, but basically what we're trying to figure out is what keywords do they use. If you've got a location specific product or service, do they search for the location as well? It's kind of just exploring using keyword research tools, how exactly do people search for my product? And for some products and some websites this is easier than others, but we'll take a stab at getting the basics here. So what we're going to use to figure out how people search for our product, and today our hypothetical product is going to be dog leashes. We're going to use the Google AdWords keyword research tool, and you can find it on Google or just search for it. It shows up first. Basically what this tool is going to do is it's going to allow us to type in a keyword phrase, and it's going to find similar phrases, the actual phrase and similar phrases that people use to search, and it's going to give us estimated volume and number of times people search, as well as the estimated amount of competition. So here I am at the Google's AdWords tool, and I've typed dog leash into the keyword box, and I've gone ahead and clicked get keyword ideas. And one of the things you want to just make sure you do when you use this tool is switch this little match type on the right side of the screen to exact. You're going to want to set that on exact match. We'll get into that a little more later. But alright, so our keyword phrase was dog leash, and we can see the keywords down the left-hand column that Google considers to be similar, and sometimes they will be, sometimes they won't, but see dog leashes, leather dog leash, reflective dog leash, retractable dog leash, and the list goes on. The second column here is sort of a bar that gives us an estimate of the amount of competition, and we're going to get into a little more on how to get a more exact number in a minute. And then our next two columns gives us average search volume, and what it does is it'll look back a month and tell you what the search volume was then, and also just in general throughout the year, what is the average. So those are really the only columns we want to look at here, and really the important one definitely is the keyword things. This is going to give you some other ideas as to, you may be carrying dog leashes, but there may be specific niche terms you can go after, such as a double dog leash or hands-free dog leash, etc. So for dog leash, we see that an average search volume of 6,600 searches per month, and that's a lot. We see dog leashes gets slightly more. Leather dog leash, a more niche term, longer keyword phrase, has less, of course. The second factor besides volume that we want to look at was sort of this advertiser competition part of the equation. And really, to get a better number of that, what we do is we can go to Google, the search engine itself, and we can type in the keyword phrase that maybe we're interested in optimizing our site for. We'll start with dog leash. We're going to put it in parentheses, in quotes, and we're going to say search. And Google, really all we're looking at here is where Google returns results 1 through 20 of, and here it's 1,190,000. And that just kind of gives us a point of comparison. So if we're considering maybe optimizing our homepage for dog leash versus optimizing it for dog leashes, I'll change my query up here. I can see that dog leashes, only 581,000 results come back. And what this tells me is that dog leashes is about half as competitive as dog leash. Now for this particular phrase, we saw that dog leash was not searched as much as dog leashes. So we've got dog leashes, which is not only searched more, but is also less competitive. So from an SEO standpoint, this is a better opportunity, a better keyword to go after, because we're not going to have to work as hard, and the potential benefit is a lot better. So there we go. That was sort of a high level of keyword research and determining search volume and competitiveness of keywords. And really this is a sort of a stage of SEO that you need to spend some time with, and just because you find a couple keywords, sometimes it pays just to keep looking to find more niche keywords, because they're a lot easier to rank for, and you're still going to get the traffic from them, and your conversion may be a lot better if they're more targeted, more specific to what you're trying to do on the web. We'll have more modules in the future to kind of get into this a little deeper. This was sort of a high level. Hope it helped.